everyone. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Sarah. I am a first year nursing student documenting my nursing school journey here on YouTube. And for today's video, I wanted to do kind of like a nursing school update. Just telling you where I've been, what I've been thinking, my thoughts on being in the halfway point of nursing school right now. So I don't really remember the last vlog I uploaded, but I know it was like 2 months ago. And I'm pretty sure I was in my med-surg class. I just don't remember at what point in med-surg I was in. So I'll just fill you in from what I remember to now. I was preparing for med-surg exam number 2. I was extremely not prepared, and that was my own fault because I did not study as much as I should have. I went into med-surg number 2 thinking I'd fail, convinced I would fail. And I mean, that was inaccurate feeling because of what my lack of preparation, but I ended up doing the best I've ever done on a test. I got a 94. I was shocked, I was gagged, I was gooped, I was everything. I got a 94, and that still puzzles me to this day. I don't know how I did it. I took med-surg exam number 3. I did well. I got a 92. I ended med-surg 1 with an actual full-blown A. Like an actual A, not like a B+ that I convinced myself was an A, like a full-blown A. So that was crazy. I then started my mental health class because my community college that I'm in does split semesters for nursing school. So we take med-surg 1 the first half of the semester. Now I'm taking mental health. And that's been challenging. But not academically, just emotionally, because it kind of, I don't want to say that by itself kind of made me not okay, but it was a bunch of other things that were happening in my life, like family issues and other things, and a lot was going on in my life, and I kind of fell into like a depressive episode. So if you guys don't know, I do struggle with my own mental health, and in the past I've struggled with an eating disorder, and those eating disorder type thoughts come back every once in a while, and sometimes I'm able to just fight them off really easily, and sometimes I'm not. And then on top of that, I have depressive and manic episodes. I was diagnosed with bipolar in 2019, and it's something that I didn't really want to share, but I feel like it's necessary to understand what's been going on. So you guys have seen me in a manic episode, by the way. It doesn't really translate on YouTube that well, I think, but if I'm uploading more than twice a week, I'm in a manic episode. I'll just leave it at that, for sure. And I'm not just throwing the word around manic because it's trendy, because it kind of is right now, but that's not what I'm doing it. I'm literally, I have, you know, that. But anyways, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, so I struggled with my own mental health, and over the last month or so, things were really dark, like really dark. I was in bed all day, I was isolating, my thoughts were not good. I wasn't really eating that well. I gave up with school, and school is really important to me. Like my education, not even because it's my education, but just nursing is really important to me, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. And so for me to kind of lose sight of what I'm passionate about, I don't know why it's making me emotional, but I was like disconnected from myself. And so I kind of gave up. And so over the last like week, 2 weeks or so, I've been much better. I'm not in that dark place anymore. I've come out of my depressive episode, and I am trudging along. So yeah, that's kind of why I've been away for so long. Normally I'll upload like once every 2 weeks, maybe once every 3, once every 4 if I'm really busy, but if I go more than a month without uploading, something's wrong. And so that was like my first red flag. It was like, I haven't uploaded in like a month. And then things just went downhill from there. Once mid-March started, absolutely downhill. And my mental health class is kind of triggering for me, and it's been hard trying to get through. Like, talking about certain topics makes me rethink the way that I used to. And then also sometimes discussing patients in clinical or talking about situations in lecture, same thing. It's kind of triggering, and also kind of hearing the stigma that goes along with some mental health conditions. It's hurtful, and because obviously, like, I'm not as open with my mental health as other people are, people don't realize that people around them have different conditions. And when I hear certain things about, you know, bipolar or depression or eating disorders, like, it's tough for me, because it's like, I don't fault people for not being aware or being a little ignorant. I don't fault them for that, because you know, to an extent, you can't really help it. You can't help what you're exposed to. You're in control of what you're exposed to, but there are other factors that just make certain things out of your control. Like, you can't just walk down the street and meet everyone with an eating disorder or anorexia or bipolar or schizophrenia or depression. You know, you can't expose yourself to that, so you won't always know how to handle yourself in those situations. And lecture is a place where people ask questions, but some of the questions that were asked, it was just like for some of the comments that my faculty have made, it was like, ugh. And you know, sometimes I do speak up and I'm like, well, from my perspective, I am someone that lives with this condition. This is how it is for me, or this is what goes through my mind when things are this way, just to give some insight to how, like, a real person is thinking and feeling, and not necessarily just, you know, hearing something generic from a textbook. So yeah, and it's also interesting going to the facility in clinical where I am. It's an inpatient psychiatric facility, and seeing the patients, and some of them, I think within themselves, they are hopeful about their condition, and they're hopeful that they will be able to take care of themselves and function like how other people do. Some of the patients, though, it's really sad to see them like that, because they're people and they have feelings. They had people in their lives that cared about them. Parents, siblings, friends, spouses, maybe children. And for them to, especially if they're in and out of the facility, it's really sad to see, because I'm also thinking not only of the patient, what it's like for them, but I'm thinking of what it's like for the people in their life that care about them. I identify as an empathetic person, and there's a lot of, I feel drained, I guess, when I come home from clinical at times, because there's just so much that goes on in people's lives, and it affects them to the point where they're in that setting, and it's just sad. And I've been in that setting before, but that was just a short period in my life, and I've, for the most part, been fine since then. It's the people who are kind of frequent flyers there, or, you know, and I don't know, that's kind of like the life they live. They're just in and out of the hospital. It's just sad. I don't know. Not to imply that they're hopeless or they'll never get better. It's just sad that that's the situation that they're in. And sometimes they're homeless, or they lose their housing because they're in the hospital, and it's just a lot to deal with. So I will be ending my mental health class in 2 weeks. 2 weeks it'll be over. I will probably never step foot in an inpatient psych facility ever again. I will obviously run into patients who have mental health issues everywhere I go. Whatever population I work with, there will always be psych patients. You know, that's just a part of nursing. I just don't know if I could be in an inpatient psych facility as my job. That's all I'm gonna say. So that was how that's been going. I have a mental health exam tomorrow, so I have to start studying for that, which I will do. But my BSN program is going. It's going. So this semester I took nursing, research, and evidence translation. This is probably by far the most draining class I've ever taken. And that's saying something, being that I'm in mental health right now. I just went on for however long talking about how draining it is. That class, the nursing research class, drained me more. And I'm so glad it's over now. I finished on the 21st. Today is April 25th. I finished a few days ago. I submitted probably the worst paper of all time. The worst paper of all time. That was part of... I was coming out of the depressive episode at this point. But I was a little bit comfy in my grade, because the issue, well, I guess it's an issue, but it's also a good thing with ASU classes, is sometimes you can do so well the whole semester that by the end of the semester it gets to the point where you don't even have to hand in assignments. You can take zeros and still get an A. So that's what I did. I try to do really, really, really well, and at the end of the semester I'm like, okay, what is the lowest grade that I can have and still get an A? What is the lowest assignment grade that I can get and still get an A? So, and they'll be like, okay, so either this assignment is worth the mental stress to complete or it's not. And I ruled that it wasn't. So I'm like, this assignment is really not worth the stress at this point. And the assignment was like a paper. It was like 5-page paper. It wasn't even that bad, but you know, you had to go through all these prompts, and it had like 3 categories of prompts that I had to address. And so I only addressed like, I think the first 2, and I'm like, you know, I'll just let the third one go. And it had to be minimum of 5 pages, and I did 2. Not my finest moment, but I'll still get named the class. And because I did learn a lot in that class, because I feel like that last paper, it was kind of just because they needed to have an assignment for a certain amount of weeks. It didn't really fit into any of the modules, so I was like, I can justify not putting my all into that paper. So yeah, that's what I did. And life right now is good. I am kind of getting my mojo back, and yeah, so, oh, and then my thesis, because that's my other class. Technically I'm taking honors directed study right now. I have written my book. My book is done. Oh, if you didn't know, sorry. I'm in 2 programs, and so I'm in an ADN and a BSN, and for my BSN I'm an honors student. I'm in the honors college there, and I'm the first honors online nursing student that they've ever had. So a part of the honors program is I have to create an honors thesis, and the thesis can be a creative project or can be a research-based project. I anticipated doing a research-based project for my capstone, because all nursing students in my program, in the BSN program, need to do a senior capstone. I anticipated that being a research project, but apparently it's not. I don't know. I still don't really know what they want from a capstone project, but long story short, I chose the creative route, and so I decided to make a children's book and illustrate it, so I could be a published author by the time I graduate. And that's crazy. That was really ambitious, and I anticipated it. I didn't really think that I could actually be able to do it, but I'm doing it. So I have it completely written. I'm just illustrating the pages right now. I have 6 illustrations done out of 24. So I will be finished, hopefully, beginning of fall semester, and I will defend my thesis in the fall semester. So that's exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on nursing school. Yeah, at the 1 year mark, I am amazed by how much I've learned. I really am so grateful for the friends that I've made so far. Sam and Hannah, they're my besties. And I'm actually studying with Sam tonight. We're going to the library and we're studying together. And I'm so grateful for the 2 of them, because they've really, really supported me in ways that were incredible. And yeah, so I'm really grateful for just everything that I've been able to do so far, and I'm grateful for you, of course. I feel like that goes without saying, but I probably should say it. Yeah, so oh, and then for this video, I'm wearing a shirt that my friend got me. It says Future Nurse Sarah, and on the back, I don't know if you can see it, but I think it says I'm in my nursing student era. So yeah. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see my face again, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.